They locked my gate without a word, no heads up. No warning. Nothing. Just a brand new steel padlock hanging there at sunrise. And 40 head of cattle bawling for water behind it. 3 days they stood there, confused and thirsty. And I'll never forget the sound they made, like they were calling me out for letting it happen. I called the HOA president, trying to make sense of it. Vanessa Lorne. Polished smile and zero soul. Not my problem, she said. Sell your land or deal with it. That was the moment I realized this wasn't about security. It was a power play. I'm Ray McAllister, retired attorney, rancher, and widower. This land's been in my family for 3 generations. My wife Linda and I built our dream here. After she passed, it was the only thing keeping me grounded. The HOA over at Cedar Ridge Estates? They moved in later. Big houses. Big opinions. I kept to myself. They mostly stayed on their side until Vanessa took over. Vanessa saw my land as a stain on her glossy neighborhood. Thing is, we had a recorded easement clear as day in the HOA covenant that let me move cattle through their back road every May 12th. It was a once-a-year deal. Peaceful tradition. Until that lock. She'd send a vague email about temporary security adjustments, but I didn't think much of it. I had my ranch hands lined up, cows ready, and weather on our side. Then boom, padlock shut. Herd getting restless. Hands looking at me like, what now? I called her again. Laid out the easement. She chuckled, actually chuckled, and said something about Section 42B and how they'd reopen the gate in a few weeks. Maybe. That night, I sat in Linda's empty chair, flipping through old land records. Couldn't sleep. I felt her there, like she was daring me to get off my heels and fight back. And that's when I found this narrow 25-foot strip of land running right under their main back road. Still legally registered to my family. They'd been using it for 14 years on a handshake deal with my dad. No transfer. No paperwork. Just good faith that someone like Vanessa was never gonna honor. I called a retired clerk buddy of mine, and we pulled county records. Not only did the land still belong to me, but Vanessa had tried to file a fake deed transfer 3 years ago, forged my dad's name, and got flagged by the office. So yeah, the gloves came off. I had metal signs printed, each one with a QR code linking to the deed on the county website. We posted them before dawn all along that road, private property. Access by permission only. I set up cameras in case anyone thought about getting cute. By breakfast, my phone lit up. Vanessa was spitting fire. Take them down or face legal consequences. I told her, scan the code. You're welcome to pay a usage fee like everybody else. She hung up hard. Later, her enforcers came by to yank the signs. I called the sheriff. He reviewed my paperwork and told them to back off. Mark Reynolds, one of the board members, pulled me aside afterward. Is it true? The road's really yours? I nodded. The look on his face said it all, like someone finally flipped the lights on. That evening, I sent an email to every homeowner in Cedar Ridge. Told them I wasn't trying to block anybody, just defending my rights. Offered them a usage agreement. Fair, clear, and legal. Most ignored it. But then the twist came. A neighbor named Olivia Young, single mom, new to the area, came by with her kid in tow. Said she appreciated what I was doing. That the HOA had been threatening her with fines over her kid's basketball hoop. Said she'd been scared to speak up. That hit me. Made it real. This wasn't just about me and Vanessa. It was about control. Next thing I know, bulldozers show up at 3 a.m. trying to carve a new access road through the lot next to mine. Problem was, I bought that lot 2 weeks earlier. Vanessa had been sniffing around, so I made the owner an offer. Turns out, she'd once bullied the old lady over water rights. That lady remembered. I showed up with the sheriff again. Vanessa rolled in, face like thunder, waving papers. I told her straight, you should have sealed the deal before bringing the heavy equipment. Her grip slipped fast after that. Residents started demanding answers. Financial records showed over $120,000 in legal consulting fees with no signatures. Mark Reynolds flipped sides. Vanessa's support cracked. Then came the real dirty tricks anonymous code complaints. Surprise inspections. Somebody even cut my fence. Let my cattle loose. Cameras caught two masked figures. But no license plates. No faces. Still, timing was too perfect to be random. I had everything documented. Sent it to the county. They opened an inquiry. Meanwhile, I made a final offer. Let the HOA use both roads, including the new one on my parcel, but only if Vanessa resigned. And they helped fund a nature preserve in Linda's name. They caved. The day Vanessa moved out, I stood at the gate watching my cattle pass through like they always had. Kids lined the fence waving. One little girl yelled, "Welcome back, cowboy." I nearly broke. Later that week, the HOA officially renamed the preserve the Linda McAllister Nature Park. They installed benches, cleared trails, even held a ribbon cutting. I gave a short speech, nothing fancy. Just said Linda believed land wasn't about fences or money. It was about care, about legacy. Since then, I've had folks from all over ask how I did it, though I stood up to an HOA machine. Truth is, I didn't start this fight, but I sure as hell finished it. Now, before you go tell me this, was I right to push back? Or did I cross a line? What would you have done if someone locked your gate and tried to erase your family's legacy? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear how you see it. Because maybe this wasn't just a fight over land. Maybe it was a fight for how we live together when power tries to silence the little guy.